It was around like March, and Kyle Clegg came to me and he was like, we should do a fundraiser for mental health, because he saw my article posted, and I was like, yes. We took it to ABA, and they came up with this idea, bigger than basketball.
It's really cool just to be involved in something that is like for a super cool cause. I mean, obviously, in our community, there's a lot of people who are too afraid to speak out and too afraid to look for help. So I think it's really cool that this event is going to raise awareness to that and hopefully encourage others to speak out and bring it to forefront of our attention. So.
As I've watched one of my best friends struggle on the basketball court, I realized that there's more to life than just putting a ball in the hoop.
Basketball isn't everything. It's about the bigger picture in life.
I had noticed, like, emotionally, mentally, I was performing a certain way, and then basketball kind of followed, and then when my emotional and, mental performance wasn't there, then my basketball, like, struggled too. And I noticed, like, for me, when my basketball, like, my stats were, like, I was playing better and all that kind of stuff, I was expecting it to make me feel better emotionally and mentally, and it just didn't work out that way, which made me feel, like, very defeated, very confused, and, like, at a loss as to, like, how I was ever gonna fix these things that I was going through. So
basically, bigger than basketball is, in the short sentence, there's more to life than basketball, but there's actually much more to the event than that. For me, this sport of basketball, with my OCD and my depression, and growing up in a family that was so into basketball, my uncles playing, my dad playing, my brother winning a provincial championship at Yale, it was everything to me. And then when I went through my struggles, basketball was something that didn't make me happy anymore. It made me to not want to be alive. And so that's where I had to come to the realization that there really is more to life than just basketball. Because if basketball was truly life, then I wouldn't be here anymore. And no matter what anybody tells me, there was pressure, a whole lot of pressure. Things were going as planned, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. I was doing all the things I was supposed to. And then I remember that summer, everything changed. July 2016, I went to the rec center to get a workout in, and I remember calling my dad. I was like, Dad, you gotta come here. There's something wrong. And so he came, and I was like, I forgot how to shoot. And he's like, what do you mean you forgot how to shoot? Like, you've been a really good shooter your whole life. And I was like, no, Dad, I don't remember how to shoot. Like, it doesn't feel right. And so I didn't know it at the time, but that was like the onset of my obsessive compulsive disorder. The fact that my OCD tricked me to believing I couldn't shoot anymore made me not want to be alive, and I attempted suicide 4 times because of it, with the latest time being in October of 2017. I was hours away from liver failure and having to get a liver transplant. And so it goes to show my life went from, I thought I was going places with basketball in school, and then I ended up not knowing what the heck was wrong with my brain, and I was hours away from possibly dying. And I felt all sorts of things. I felt like a failure. I felt alone. I felt like I didn't have anything outside of basketball. And that's really where this event comes in, bigger than basketball, because my whole life I was like, ball or Braich, ball is life. And when that gets taken away from you, you have to realize that there's way more to life than just putting a ball in the hoop. And my dad and my Uncle Kenny, they really helped me see that. They don't really care if I play basketball or not anymore. They just want to see me succeed and be happy. And there are a whole lot more ways to succeed and be happy in life than on the basketball court. And so this event for me is basically just me showing, not just for basketball players, but for all athletes, at one point in your life, you're gonna, tie your laces for the final time. You're gonna you're going to have to hang up your jersey one final time, and then from then on, you're going to have to find other parts in your life that are going to make you happy. The reason I'm still here today is because I've found the bigger picture in life. I've seen my purpose was never to be a good three-point shooter or, you know, win awards and all that. My purpose is much bigger than that, and that's where I get, you know, my inspiration to do all this, my passion for all this. I don't want any athlete to ever feel the way I did. I don't want any athlete to have their dreams stripped away from them because of a mental disorder. And yeah, so this event, basically the money, it's all going to go back to people suffering mentally. It's going to go into erasing the stigma. It's going to go to make sure nobody ever has to feel the way I did or many other people have done in the past. And at the end of the day, what you do on the court or on the field, on the ice, is not nearly as important as what you do off of it and the difference you make off of or away from whatever sport you play.
It's bigger than basketball.
It's bigger than basketball.
It's bigger than basketball.
It's bigger than basketball.
It's bigger than basketball.